There was some of you the dandelions. But can someone give me one reason why dandelions are important, especially right here out now? Okay, honeybees and other pollinators depend on them. Do you guys see any other flowers around?
Okay, sit down.
Not right here, right? This is what's providing our pollinators with meals. What else besides bees? That some people might be more partial to. What do you think? Oh, don't make it. Oh, no, the bees can't drink the nectar. Oh, so I know at the schoolyard and stuff we pick flowers, but we're not going to do it here. What do you think?
Hummingbirds.
Yeah, these are a little small for hummingbirds, but they are pollinators. Butterflies are going to visit them, okay? So, but we won't pick these today because the pollinators count on them. All right, any questions about what you see here? All right, let's keep going. Tree, right? So why don't we just clean up the dead trees? Right, like get them out of here. It's just kind of making a mess, right? What do you think?
I think if we clean them up, then the woodpeckers wouldn't have like food and stuff.
Okay, good. This is a food source for a lot of things in nature. So when woodpeckers are pecking at a tree, they don't do that to living trees, right? They do it to dead trees. What are they eating? It's not the wood. What do you think? Yes, they're eating insects. So insects love these dead trees. Okay, good. Where are these leaves in the summer? Yeah.
Like really, really green.
Right, like a bright green, like almost the green of the words on your shirt, right? Almost. A nice bright green. But in the springtime, they have a little bit more subtle colors. Some of them, the buds and the new leaves even look a little bit red, like the maple tree that's behind there. You see how some of the leaves look a little orange and red? Okay. They have been up to this spring, and part of what we've had is some really heavy snow. Does anyone live where they lost tree limbs or trees got knocked down? Okay, we had a huge tree at my place crush my husband's pickup truck. Yes.
Does he have insurance?
Yes, luckily. Right? But while you're hiking today, you're going to see a lot of trees that were damaged by weather. And this one had the worst kind of damage. I mean, you see the trunk here, right? Yeah. This used to be a nice upright tree, just like all these others, but it was likely some wind or, snow-laden branches that made it knock over. But when it knocks over, we got an interesting perspective or view of a part of the tree we normally never see. What part is that? What do you think? Yeah, absolutely. So you can see that this tree has a mix of roots. Some of them are really thin and straggly, but others are much more thick. And some of them cracked off, some of them are still attached in the ground a little bit, but we don't think about this, but trees have a huge root system. I mean, the volume of their branches matches the volume of their roots in a lot of species of trees. Like it's a mirror at the ground. So what you see above ground, there's that much under the ground. What's the purpose of the roots again? Tell me one purpose.
You plant the tree, the root comes down here.
Yes. And when it's in the ground, what is the root doing? Yeah.
Holding the tree up.
Good. It's part of the tree's stability, but it has a few other purposes as well. Tell me what.
It helps it suck up water.
Good. The tree gets water through its roots. There's something else it needs from the soil too.
Nutrients?
Yes, nutrients like minerals. You guys know plants make their own food from trees from the sunlight, right?
Yeah.
But that's only sugar. It still needs minerals like magnesium and stuff. It gets that from the soil. One last thing about the root in the winter. You guys did maple syrup this year, right? So where's the energy and sugar from the tree being stored in the winter? In the roots, right? And then when the sap starts flowing, that's when it starts sending the tree sap. So the roots have a lot of important jobs. Last thing about this spot. I see this and I think of an animal burrow, right? What do you think?
Badger?
Okay, badgers will burrow into the ground and make openings like this. There are smaller animals like bunnies. Yep.
I think it's bunny.
Yeah, totally, right? It looks like that. But I want to make sure you guys understand what habitat really is about, okay? An animal needs shelter in their habitat. But we have some moss. You can feel it if you want to.
I hate moss.
Everyone always neglects moss, but it's a really important, cool plant.
No, it's not.
There's plenty. Yes, this is the other one we're going to talk about. So I stopped you here because of the moss, but also because of this amazing plant that's in this unique stage. They're only going to look like this for like 1 or 2 days. They're in this process of sprouting out of the ground. So the leaves died in the fall, but what part stayed alive all winter? Yeah. Yeah, the roots under the ground. So the energy from the roots shoots out these new leaves, but look at their formation. You see how they're kind of balled up like a circle? Yeah. So watch my arm for a second. They start all balled up like this, and then they'll start uncurling, right? And a lot of them are in this stage right now where they still got a bunch curled up, and then over the next couple days, that will straighten out and become these big leaves that kind of look like feathers. This is a really young one. But ferns have leaves that look like feathers. That's how I remember fern feathers. And so when they're in this stage, they're called fiddleheads. Raise your hand if you've heard of them. Fiddleheads. And actually, it's for some species, that's a food source. People will come and collect the fiddleheads when they're in just this stage and eat them. So as we're hiking today, we're going to see a lot of ferns that are unfurling in this cool stage. All right, there are 2 brown. Oh my!
Oh, it's not just.
Come up here. We'll take a picture of the whole class. Now, some people do kind of squat in the front.
Push forward.
All right.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Hi,
It is so good.
Echo.
And you're going to get you're all going to get a chance to try your best echo voices in maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes from now. So, I think one thing we want to do though, before we get started, so I don't forget at the end, is all the adults here today, we couldn't be here if they wouldn't have come along, and each and every one of the adults here probably had to make some special accommodations so they could be here, so we could learn today, and we could have fun, and we can be safe. So find an adult close to you and give them a big thank you, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate having all of them here today.
You know what?
What?
My mom is going to
To hiking guide today. So this isn't my regular gig, but we're going to do the best we can, all right? So, and you can, my name is Wayne, if you got a question, and we'll do, but as long as there's a lot of us today, we're going to stay on the trail. So, hey guys, what do you got down? You can't walk ahead of me.
We gotta wait till we get there, right? It doesn't work right here. It doesn't work.
This is kind of
What is that?
Guys,
what did I say?
Accent.
I get to be the leader today. But as we walk along, what do you think that was at one time?
A tree.
Exactly. And yeah, we want to stay on the trail. Now, as we see over time, you know, it looks like that probably fell and then it was cut off. But when you look at the inside of the tree, what does that sort of look like down here at the bottom? Well, there's roots and we want to stay on the trail, but if you look at this, what does that sort of look like?
A spider house.
What's on the ground?
Dirt.
Dirt? See, it's turning back into soil. So it's decaying, and that's all part of nature. It looks like it was burnt inside at one time, maybe. I don't, it could have been lightning, but the tree is turning back into soil again over time. That's what happens to all okay? And as it turns into soil, somebody said moss, we're going to see more moss up here, but that was what somebody said, but it's a great home for little insects and bugs. Yes, thank you for raising your hand.
So moss sometimes is like a direction it can make. So like moss usually grows on the west, so that means we're going on to the west.
Awesome, I did not know that.
Wow. So if you see any moss, that means we're going west and you can tell.
Okay, good job.
We learned something right there.
Yeah, good job. What's your name?
Green.
What's
I like green.
Whose color is green?
Me.
Well, today is your day because there are so many this time of year, and even though it's overcast, there are so many beautiful green colors we're going to see today, and I don't know, it doesn't take much to get me excited, but it is just beautiful. Now these are fern plants. They're just getting started, and this is such an amazing time of year too, because everything is changing. I went in my backyard yesterday. Yes, Owen.
There's a big tree that fell down and the roots are down.
Yeah, well, and maybe we'll get to see another example of that too. But everything is changing so quickly these days with the colors and yes, thank you for raising your hand. Poison oak has 5 leaves, and if we see it, now I should have studied up on that a little bit, but that's a great question. But I know it has 5 leaves we want to watch out for, okay? Okay, we look both ways, right? I think we're safe to go.
Ezra! Echo Rock Trail! Your house knows Echo Rock Trail every day. Rebecca! Echo!
neighbors?
Yeah, he doesn't live too far. He lives, over by the new school.
As we walk around the park, or when you come back another day with friends or family, you know, there's lots of informational signs to help us learn, you know, be able to take time and look at all those. So, but I'm really glad you guys noticed that, and it's a good thing on another day you'll be able to study it a little farther.
That's Bigfoot. It's barefoot. And they like destroy everything.
Yep, that's exactly right.
That's garlic and mustard.
And somebody brought them here one day as a food source, and you know, but they're what's called invasive. They spread quite a lot faster than we would like. So we really don't want them here, but they are here.
Poison oak.
And then also, as we look down here, we can see, we don't want to pick any, but we can see the moss here, and you can touch it, but it's really soft and nice. But again, that's a plant, but it really.
Poison oak.
And so those are, and see the purple flower back here. So, okay, and there's more over here too. Like I say, things are changing very quickly now.
Some like dead moss, I see.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there exactly. See where the log is?
Okay.
You see the mallard duck?
Oh yeah.
See the duck?
It's got, there's it. Look at the,
Isn't that
we don't, okay.
isn't that
Come down here, look straight out on that log.
dead duck or something? There's another one.
It's a live duck.
Yeah. One's blending in. I thought it was
Oh, right by it, yeah. So
A what?
so the one on the left is the male, the one on the right is the female that somebody I spied.
I did.
Okay, good job. Now, when you come back, hello. Of it is moss, and now.
Moss grows on trees?
Yep.
Yeah, they keep it safe from bugs.
And then also somebody pointed out on this tree that's laying down over here.
Mushrooms.
See the mushrooms?
Yeah. Wait.
We get to go on that on our way back, okay? Yeah. But see the mushrooms growing on the sides? Some mushrooms are okay to eat, some are not, and I do not know the difference. But that's again something from a tree that's dead, another plant. Okay. From a tree that's dead, other things are straight out here. Oh, I don't know, maybe 30 yards, and we look up. And we look up, and there's a tall, skinny tree, but it's got like a lump on the side of it.
Oh yeah.
Do you see what?
Oh yeah, right there.
Do you see what I'm talking? And what's happened there is something got damaged at that point. Either maybe a woodpecker. Yes, so on.
So the tallest tree in the world is a redwood tree.
Okay, well thank you.
It's like taller than these trees.
Oh yes. But that there, when we see those growths on the tree, maybe we'll find one a little closer, but that something has went wrong, and bugs got in there, and that's what created those growths. Those are not they're natural, but normally they're not there. Okay.
Tent worms.
What are they?
I think they're tent worms.
Tent worms. See, just off here, about 10, 12 feet, the white on the tree, tent worms.
They're army worms, I think they call them.
Okay, so that, there's always something to learn and something to see.
I found some blue stuff on a tree.
Somebody mentioned a toad. Probably if we came through at daylight. Yes, sir.
What's that blue stuff on that tree?
Blue stuff.
Like where?
Maybe right here.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
No,
I'm not sure.
I think it's like sometimes dead moss. Sometimes it's kind of like a robin egg. Sometimes robin.
What's happening is my words and my voice are traveling on it's called a sound wave. And it goes up and down and up and down and up and down, and it lands in your ears. And that's
Like this, like bam, bang.
yeah, that's kind of a real simple way of how it works. But sometimes nature gives us a gift where those sound, let's pretend you're not people anymore, you're a wall, you're a mountain or something, and my sound wave is coming up and down and up and down and up and down, and it crashes against you. And it comes up and down and up and down and up and quiet, and it comes back to my ear. What's that called? Echo. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a line behind me. Right? You come behind me. If you can just see that's what we'll be doing next. It won't be It won't be near hello. It won't be near as much fun as you're having here, but I'm sure. But that's what you're going to do next. Okay, so now we're going to walk up, and in two, we're all going to practice our echoes, but everybody else has to stay quiet. This is really important. So
Two kids at a time.
oh no, they can come up. So, all right. No behind. I'm not going to say this Star Spangled Banner. That's too much. But I'm just going to say hello, and then we'll see if you can hear it. Okay.
Listen.
Everybody's got to listen.
Hello. Did you hear the echo? And you can use whatever word you want. Okay, so one at a time.
One at a time.
Come on up and nice and loud.
One at a time. Everyone be quiet.
Very good.
So you get up there. Okay. It's your turn. If you don't want to do it, then step up to the side, please. Guys, be quiet so you can hear.
Hello! Hello!
Very good.
I can hear it. Hello! Talk is cool. Yeah, it's it. Hello! I heard mine going though. Hi!
There you go.
Hello!
What are you going to say, Casey? Power.
Grandma!
Straws too to get nutrients.
You guys, everybody over here. We gotta listen for a little bit.
Okay, so now what we're going to do isn't dangerous or anything, but we're still going to be super careful. So like when we were back there, we're going to line up in a line, but we're going to have the adults, like every other person, every third person. And so as we walk around, we just want to make sure we stay safe, okay? So so we can get in a line and let the adults get in. Okay, one. All right.
Oh, this is so dangerous.
As we walk around,
Imagine climbing
again,
up
you're
this.
fine to touch, but like the plants that are growing, some of it is moss, which is really soft, but there's other plants called lichen that are growing on the rocks as well. And then, as you know, the one Dad pointed out, look at how this tree seems to be growing right out of the rocks. I mean, it's just amazing that they can, you know, it's got, you can see the roots right here on the edge, and like somebody said, the roots are the stability as well as the straws. The straws where they get their nutrients from, and also the stability where it holds no strength.
Now we need to go super. I think that's gonna crush us. I bet. What? Sand! What does it say?
What did you find?
I found like sand.
What?
Look, I found.
Engraved in
It says flame it.
Yeah, see
It
that's...
says flame it.
Listen.
Hello?
Listen.
There's something right
Hold just a second.
Yeah, you need to listen.
One at a time.
Right there.
Yeah, and that's the thing about, you know, coming to these parks and out in nature. You know, we never, ever want to do anything like that because it damages, you know, the rocks and that, and you know, and it just ruins it for other people. So, you know, it may seem neat at the time, but we never, ever want to do anything.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
don't need to do it because we already see the sign. It says I got 7 miles.
Oh, she's got her hand up, so we're gonna listen.
Golf shores. We went to this rock sandy beach place, and he stole a rock from there when it says don't.
Is, you know, different animals will come and tear it apart. This one's been a little bit.
Why?
But they get the seeds
Squirrels
out.
eat them too, yeah.
Yep, they get the seeds out from inside for food, and then when after they're done with them, you'll find just them all tore apart and pieces on the ground. And you know what you call those?
Oh, here's part of one.
Yep. You know what you call them?
What?
Squirrel dirty dishes.
I found we use some really good things.
That's a Mr. Williams joke that I stole. So.
Hey.
And I know one of the dads asked earlier, you know, what do the roots do? But here we get to see a tipped over tree that, you know, came to the end of its life, but now other things are happening. But you can see how those roots, what the roots do a couple different things. We remember what they, raise our hand to answer. Anybody know what roots do again? Yes?
They make a new tree.
Maybe not quite. Any other ideas? We talked about it.
It makes oxygen.
What's that? That's what's happening here. They turn into soil. But when the tree is upright, the roots are, you know, keeping the tree from tipping over, its stability, and they're also acting as straws. They pull the nutrients up out of the ground, the water, so you can see the roots there. But as I say, that's turning to soil now. The dead tree.
Hey, it made an X, these two trees.
Yeah. Okay. We can...
Go faster.
My heart is pounding.
Just don't worry. I'm gonna
Sorry.
This time of year, it's kind of nice. You can see the water running.
scary.
It gives me shivers because I have a bright like height.
Stop.
All right. Whatever it is, it does smell good.
Oh, we're not going any further, guys.
This way, gang.
I see the canoe.
Do you?
Yeah, it's right there. It's right
Okay,
up
so
here.
we're gonna stay back, friends. Come over here.
All right, you guys gotta stay there though.
Yep, you'll see it coming, I promise.
We see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's vanishing. Oh, that's just a boat. That's just a boat. Oh, that is not it. I see it. I see them. I see them. Look, it's raining. It's raining. It's pouring. See the old man is snoring. Everybody, get your coats on. I want to snore in the boat. Straight. Stop. Roll, gently down the stream. Mary, Mary. Roll, your boat gently down the stream. What were you guys? Roll, your boat gently down the stream. Roll, roll, roll.
maybe 5 minutes.
We're just going to walk back over to where the life jackets were.
Caterpillar, and then what does it turn into?
Cocoon.
A cocoon or a chrysalis, right. So a dragonfly lays an egg in the water, and it turns into a dragonfly nymph. If you were another little bug, it would eat you, but it doesn't hurt us. So it stays in the water for sometimes 3 years. But then when the air starts getting warm and the sun comes out, then it climbs up, that bug climbs up something like this or like a plant. It sticks itself there, and then the back opens up and out comes the dragonfly. It's amazing. Just kind of like the caterpillar that turns into the beautiful butterfly. So let's just look for webs or anything we see underneath here. Here's some webs. Here's a big web. And the other hand with your knuckles on the outside. So just flip your hand over. The other hand goes on top. And that helps you paddle, but also it makes sure you don't hit the person behind you or on the side of you. You always got your hand up here. And then put it in front of you in the water and then pull. Then lift it up, not high because we don't want to splash. Move it to the front of you and then pull.
You are awesome.
Yep.
Really good.
All right. And don't forget, we're nature detectives. We're looking up.
Yeah, we gotta watch.
Seeing birds. Looking out, seeing what's on the water. Maybe little birds flying close to the water. Maybe ducks, maybe geese. And we're listening and maybe smelling. And we're nature detectives.
Listen with your ears.
And did you bring envelopes?
No.
So you can write notes, you know, to people saying, yeah, we're stuck on an island. We should be back by the end of school in June.
Where did we get stuck? Can you get us home? Doing wonderful. Kind of making us go a little fast, don't you think? Huh? Is there a speed limit?
No, well,
No speed limit?
there is on Rio boats.
The boat with the motor?
Yeah.
But not this? You guys can just make us go faster?
I think this is like a free spot where you can do anything.
Oh,
There's
good.
no speed limit. I think so.
Swallows, they're coming from the nest that we're going to.
No, you gotta go back the other way.
This is a real workout. Why aren't you doing anything? Are you trying to be the cameraman? That's why you're not doing anything?
You're right.
Yeah, you're supposed to do little circles, not big ones. We're doing big circles. Yeah, because you... I am. Oh, I want to break so much.
It's a real special place here on Mirror Lake. And we're not going to go real
How do you spell Mirror Lake?
bother them.
M-E-R-E, I don't care.
Put a logger in
What? Yeah, I'm not gonna remember it.
Yeah, from right here.
Is there any sharks in the water?
They're way down south.
They'll soak out there. Oh, I see them. Yeah, I see
They lay their eggs in there. They're hatching bugs. They're bringing them back.
Are we beating? We beat them. I think we beat them. I let go of my paddle. I think we beat them. I think we beat them.
We have to stop at the log.
Do you think we beat them? I think we beat them. We beat them here.
Where do you see one? Right there, wherever right there is. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Like somebody up front saying stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Got the kids fooled and everything.
There's some ducks. See the ducks?
Female and I know, but female and female.
Pretty awesome.
Really saw a turtle.
Do you know why that is? Because the females have to hide the nest so nobody sees them. And the males have to break out.
Yeah, that's a
Whoa.
Where are you at?
Can I go in right now? No. Yes, you can. Why?
The water's way too cold.
Maybe you can. Wait, how? Oh yeah, the cold.
It's like you even see anything?
Gently down the street. Mary, Mary, Mary. Oh, now I'm going down the street. Mary, 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 my own.
Big northern comes up here for all the kids.
There's Mama. Yep, there's Mama and the babies.
Baby duck.
Oh, they're following her.
Lots of babies.
They're following her.
Yep, they're following Mama.
I've never seen that in my life.
Down, sit, sit.
It's a green parrot.
What's that?
Straight ahead.
We're turning. No, you guys were. No, we missed. What?
right, we're going to stay here just a couple minutes. This spot is the favorite spot for the toads. Earlier this week there were just hundreds of toads here laying eggs. They come down from the woods every mid-May. So the toads, they lay eggs in a big stream, in a string lake. So all these little black dots are going to be tadpoles, toad tadpoles. So they'll probably by next week they'll hatch out of here and be swimming, and they'll just be tiny little black skinny swimming things. And then by June they'll look like little tadpoles. Oh yeah. So this area is full of these tadpoles, toad tadpoles. And then toads, just little bitty ones. And then probably hundreds and thousands of them will get eaten. But at one point here, you know, like early June, there'll just be thousands of these tadpoles here. Oh, look at these.
No,
You are?
I found just something
If
red.
you come here in a couple months or in a month, you will see them.
Another red product.
It's a lily pad or something.
It might be along the edge here somewhere.
Right there.
You see the geese? The geese with the babies? That's what he's talking about.
Because the babies couldn't fly yet, so I know their mom and dad wouldn't fly away. They might be up in the woods too, they might not be in the water.
Right there. No, shore right there. Right there, right on my finger. Right there, shore. Yeah, that's a little ways up, yeah.
Hey, look at what I
What?
He's got some call in his mouth that he keeps doing. I don't know what it is. So that
Hey, boys and girls.
Everybody, do you like this too?
Boys and girls.
You guys, hey! Listen to Mr. Williams.
Where I see a clue that there was a beaver around here. If you look right on the shore up here, there's a stump that's been chewed by a beaver.
There's beavers here.
There. See the tree that's chewed up?
There's another tree coming up.
Oh, there's a...
It's
I don't know what that is.
black thing?
Honestly, looks like an iPad cover. See what he's talking about right there? That tree that's partially chewed off?
Right there, Casey. See
You
it?
ever chewed another tree up?
Oh my god!
It's ready to tip
Barely
over.
holding on!
Caught up in the
It's
other
leaning on
tree.
the other
Hung
tree.
up. It got hung
The
out.
other trees are holding it up.
Yeah, it barely looks like it. If those trees weren't there, it would already be like gone. I've never seen a beaver.
They had just made a mess. Really? Yes, they were just everywhere. Yeah, they had to remove.
After canoeing and hiking, it's time for lunch. a favorite time for some people. So how was the day so far?
Very nice.
Good.
A lot of fun.
Oh, good. You know, this might be on television.
What?
This might be on television.
You never know, I suppose. You better smile.
Yeah. Channel 11.
How are you going to get it? I'm going to cut out this circle.
Ah, here's another table.
Are these even good?
Avid eaters.
I'm almost already done.
Oh, yeah? So how was the trip for you guys?
Good.
Good. Anybody fall in the water?
No!
You guys.
I did.
I don't think so. This gentleman was taking lots of pictures.
You fell in the water for real?
Here's a quiet table.
We're just observing.
So did you guys have an okay day? How was the trip?
We lucked out with weather. It's been great.
Yeah, great.
There you go, honey.
Good day. After lunch, after canoeing, after hiking, it's a little free time. This upper arm stuff, they do it so freely. Without any encouragement, they just want to do that stuff. They are so curious about so much at this age, and so willing to try things, and on their own. Such a wonderful learning experience today. Not only with the hiking and the canoeing and the nature stuff, but just new experiences. Working together, playing together. It is so good for them. They've got so much energy, and they get to use it. After playing, we did a quick study along the beach, in the water, looking at snails and talking about goose poop and invasive snails. And now we're leaving. Getting in line to go back home.
For our adventure.
You're welcome.